Earthcore by Sigler. Yet another science fiction book. This one, however, though, instead of dealing with space, follows a mining company. Very early on in the story that we find the characters discover a solid mass of platinum buried very deep below the surface of the earth. One of the main characters being a prospector who finds old mines and sells the locations to mining companies, and that's how he makes a living. The very beginning of the book, we follow him as he goes through his usual process of research and following rumors of old mines, thumbing through libraries, trying to find any maps with mines that were promising at one point but were abandoned, but now because the technology has gotten farther along, any ore that was left in there can now be accessed with current technology. So that's the basic setup of the story. The story itself reminded me a lot of Journey to the Center of the Earth, with a little bit more of a modern twist. I'd say almost half of the story is the process of them finding the platinum deposit, the mining company acquiring the rights to drill there, and also them scratching their heads over on how there's a big platinum deposit so far below the earth, solid platinum, which doesn't happen in nature. Typically in nature it's, from what I understand, a white powder, and it has to then be refined to be used in electronics and jewelry and whatever else they use platinum for. From the beginning of the book, it was very clear that the author did his research. It almost sounds as though he had spent some time in some kind of a mining job himself, with the amount of detail that he puts into it. There were other reviews complaining about the length of the book, how it was too slow going. I think that the first half, like I said, setting up the story was essential. It would have been less believable if they had just showed up, dug miles into the earth, had no wrinkles along the way, and already had a solution to dealing with the heat. That being said, there is one major flaw in the story, and that is I didn't really care for any of the characters. I'm always a huge fan of the characters. That's why we read these stories. The book really doesn't have any one character that you really want to cheer for, with maybe the exception of the prospector in the beginning. So then when you're going along the story and one of your characters dies, you're like, oh, no big deal because we didn't care for that guy anyways. That being said, there's something the author really does well from the beginning. As I had said before, he really did his research. It feels like he had worked in some mining job in some capacity, so it's very believable. So it does a really good job of making you feel like you're really part of this journey trying to get down to this deposit of platinum. Also, by the way, not trying to give away too much, but what the platinum deposit is a little bit of a surprise and a fuzz unexpected. So what this book lacks with its characters, I believe the author makes up with the actual journey the book makes. Like the saying goes, it's not the destination that matters, it's the journey. So let me know what you think. Please leave your comments below, and I will talk to you guys next time.